When you think of risky professions and risk-taking professions, you usually don't think of middle school teaching. You're usually thinking of things like skydivers, bungee jumpers, steel workers, first responders. You're not really thinking of somebody who's teaching geography to a bunch of 12 to 13-year-olds. I myself am not usually a big risk taker kind of a person by nature. Ever since I've been little, I've been risk kind of divergent, I guess, to that, right? Risk adverse, if you would say. Like, I'd see all my friends climb the monkey bars. I'm like, oh, that's cool. And then I'd see them fall down and break their arms. And I'm like, that's not cool. I'm not going to do that. I'd see my friends fall off their bikes, break their legs. And I'm like, not doing that either. Then eventually I did learn how to do that. I crashed into a dumpster, didn't hurt myself. And I was like, all right, I guess we're cool. I lived, I survived. So I learned even with that little lesson that, okay, some risks are all right to take. So I go into education, though, not really think it's going to be a super risky profession. But then over the years, I've learned that, yeah, you are taking lots of risks when you're working with students, when you're working with fellow staff members. And there's different things that you can be really rewarded for taking those risks. One risk that I took was applying for Galileo. With Galileo, I didn't think I was the person that my school would necessarily be looking for. I'd only been in my school for a couple of years. I had taken on a couple of different leadership positions. I was the advisor for National Junior Honor Society. I was the department chair for a year and such too. And I was like, I don't know if, they really want me to do this. But I was like, what the heck? Let's apply anyway. So I applied and I got it, which was amazing, especially looking back on it now. I've had the opportunity to meet so many amazing people and learn so many amazing things in these last couple of years. So nearly right away as I decided, yes, I'm going to do Galileo, I attend the graduation ceremony of our previous Galileo cohort. I'm seeing all these people whooshing, and I'm like, okay, what's that about? I guess I'll find out. And then pretty soon, right after that, I got the opportunity to join my district's be able to be trauma-informed trained, and which was cool. I was like, all right. At first I was like, I don't know if I want to do this. Then I'm like, hey, you're a Galileo leader. You need to do this. I'm like, okie dokie, let's do it. And with the Galileo learning about how to be a Galileo leader, especially at Garland, with the 7 ways to be a highly effective person, that I was like, oh, okay, this is a great way to learn from the inside out. I've got to develop myself first before I can help out with other people. And then when I did the training for Trauma Informed, I was like, oh, same thing. You got to work from the inside, work your way out again too. And it was in both of these programs at the same time have really bounced off of each other and complemented each other nicely. And I was like, all right, good job taking that risk, Dzbanski. Over Galileo, I've learned how to move things from my classroom from the inside to outside to the whole school to the district. And I've been lucky enough with my cohort, because we're such 4 different people teaching 4 different things, that I've been able to see this through different perspectives and such too. One of the most exciting things here is about Connie Hamilton. With the Connie Hamilton hacking questions, it affected all 4 of us. We were able to all grab something out of it differently, and we teach 4 vastly different positions. And this got me really excited about, hey, we've got stuff going on here that can really help our whole district. And kind of lit a fire under me. And it was a PD that you're like, oh my gosh, I can actually use everything from it. And I took the risk this year and used a lot of it in my classroom, and it's really helped out. It's really filled in gaps and everything too. And again, this isn't like a huge risk again, like bungee jumping or skydiving, but it's a big educational risk to see how it's going to work with my students and how it's going to work for my profession. And I'm super excited to be able to share this with all my other teacher friends and everything too. I'm also excited about how this Galileo work really inspired me to continue my education. With Galileo, you can take an ed specialist class that works with Galileo and will go towards your ed specialist degree. I was originally just going to take the class, but then I was like, hey, let's turn it up to 212 degrees. Let's actually work towards your ed specialist degree and, you know, be able to have that opportunity to eventually be an administrator and to learn more about how I can do leadership things within my building and within my district. And I've been super excited and super glad that everything that I've learned within my program has really complemented Galileo and back and forth and everything together. Galileo has enhanced everything that I've done these past 2 years and has really taught me how to take the most out of those things that I have learned, from small PDs to whole college programs, and be able to use that the best way possible for my students and for my fellow staff members. And I don't think I could really have the confidence to really synthesize these things together if I didn't have this experience in this Galileo leadership program. With Galileo too, again, it's helped me build confidence, because again, we're working from the inside out. It's helped me build confidence to talk to people, to apply for things I never in a million years would have applied for. If you would have asked me 2 years ago that in 2 years you'd be having interviews for principal and vice principal positions, I would have told you were crazy, because that was like, I don't think I'm confident enough for that. But Galileo has helped me build up this confidence and has helped me take advantage of opportunities that I've been given and to be able to use them to their full potential, which is really exciting for me. And I'm really excited that I get to share this with all of you and with everybody as well. So I'm super excited that with our Galileo work, it's not ending here, that we're doing this Connie Hamilton presentation for everyone and helping solve that PD, and being able to do a book study with it after to keep it going and solve that problem of having your PD just kind of end there and die and nobody takes anything from it, but being able to build off of it and actually have a PD that really involves a lot of change. And I'm really excited too that Galileo keeps going, that we're going to have opportunities after we're done with Galileo to keep building on this work and to keep building as educators and helping us turn up this heat to 212 degrees to be able to take that inspiration with us to our buildings and to our fellow teachers, and have it bleed into with our students and their parents and help us all get really excited and really looking forward to the future that is to come. Thank you for giving me this opportunity.